एक्शन हमारा मिशन।
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to StudyIQ IAS. Myself, Utkarsh Singh, and we are going to arrange an important session for you all pertaining to physical anthropology. Physical anthropology, if you have seen the syllabus, some of you might be very new to the subject. You are beginning the subject, going through the syllabus, and some of you are probably already in some of our batches or have gone through the physical anthropology section. So those who already have covered this entire physical anthropology journey with us at StudyIQ or probably through your self-preparation or some other institute, you must have noticed that physical anthropology is definitely the largest section of the entire anthropology optional paper. All right. So there are more than 50 units in anthropology optional, paper 1 and paper 2 combined, which are divided or arranged into 6 sections, 6 different sections. Now, physical anthropology is one of those 6 sections, but stand alone, it contributes 17 odd units to the entire syllabus of anthropology optional in UPSC, which is a big number. And some of the students might fear that it's so vast, so large, it is going to be working against them in the paper, in the examination. But actually, it is otherwise. The questions are pretty much direct. They are easy to comprehend most number of times, at least till now when we are making this video, and you are probably going to have an attempt in 2025, 26, 25, probably those who are going to clear the examination this year, prelims examination, and 26 definitely who are targeting it in upcoming year, 26, 27 and later. So this is quite significant section, and a lot of questions are repeated. A lot of questions are pretty much direct and to the point, where you do not have to mug up a lot number of data. The terminological clarity and the conceptual clarity is more than enough to answer most of the question, most number of times. All right. So there's one question that we need to discuss today. One is topic that we need to discuss today, cover today, that is comparative anatomy of men and apes. Now, before we move ahead with this particular topic, what is the relevance as per the UPSC Anthropology Optional syllabus? So we have prepared a very lucid document for you all, which encompasses or covers around 11 years of anthropology PYQ, which is present on our Telegram channel. All right. So if you open that file, which is called as Anthropology Insight, and you see the topic, you see the unit 1.5, in past 10 to 11 years, from around 2014 to 2023, this portion, apes versus men comparative anatomy, has been asked twice. All right. And the chances of it reoccurring probably in the future is also quite good. All right. So there are 4 to 5 topics which are being asked from this particular unit, and there is at least one question every year from this particular unit, paper 1, unit 1.5, that is primatology, and we are going to discuss that topic. We will be trying to do that more often from now onwards on our YouTube lecture series. If you are not able to locate, see, we have already prepared this document for you, and it is quite a comprehensive document. All the sections, all the units are very well arranged. There are a lot of graphics that are being added to help you know which questions are getting repeated, which questions are important. So where you are able to find it, you are able to find it on our Telegram channel, the link or the detail of which is provided here. All right. So this is the Telegram channel, Anthropology Decoded by Utkarsh Singh. A lot of PYQs, a lot of content, free PDFs, every material is available here. So let us not waste any time further and move ahead with the topic of discussion in our hand. So I hope this is pretty much clear to you all, the difference between ape and men, at least in the phylogenetic term or in the evolutionary relationship that we have. You know that human beings are mammals. All right. Pretty much simple general knowledge. We are clubbed under the class Mammalia, just like a lot of other orders. All right. This class Mammalia is itself divided into Protheria, 2 sections. One is Protheria, the other is Theria. Now this Theria itself is divided into 2 more subsections. One is Metatheria, the other one is Eutheria. Now the Metatheria basically contains most of the marsupials, in fact all the marsupials. All right. Whereas Protheria has members which are egg-laying mammals. Can you give an example? If you can, please write down in the comment section. The youth area contains of different orders. Under class Mammalia, Eutheria has a different order, one of which include all the human beings, ape, and the monkeys of Old World and New World. These major orders are Edentata, Cetacea, Sirenia, Ungulata, containing most of the hoofed animals, Carnivora, the dog, the cat family, Insectivora. All right, the space is a little less, but anyway, we'll try. Rodentia, Chiroptera, including the bats, and definitely we are also here under the order Primata, all right, or what we call as order primates. Now this primate is itself divided into two suborders. One is prosimian, the other is anthropoids. Now even this suborder prosimian is divided into three infraorder. One is Loriciformus, similarly Lemuriformus and Tarsiformus. This is as per the old conventional classical taxonomy. All right. In the present and more evolved version of classification of these primates, we have now included tarsiers under a different category, bringing it more close to the anthropoids and less close to the prosimians. All right. Why has that happened? We'll discuss in some other lecture. All right, because there was a problem with the classification of tarsiers. Basically, it has a lot of features which are in line with the features of prosimians, but it also does have certain features which are close to the anthropoids. So it was a slightly complicated positioning for us. All right, anthropoids include two groups. One is Platyrrhinae, the other is Catarrhinae. All right, Platyrrhinae has this superfamily called as Seboidea, which includes or which clubs all the New World monkeys. Catarrhinae, on the other hand, has Cercopithecoidea, and Homonoidea. Let me use a different color because we belong to this superfamily called Homonoidea. All right. So Platyrrhinae includes the members of New World, basically the New World monkeys, and this superfamily Seboidea is divided into family Cebidae and Callitrichidae. All right. Similarly, Catarrhinae is divided into two subfamilies, in fact two families, Cercopithecoidea and Homonoidea. Cercopithecoidea is itself divided into subfamily Cercopithecidae and Colobidae. All right, Colobids. Now even in fact Colobinae is the subfamily, not the family. At the level of family, we only have Cercopithecoidea. Under this Cercopithecidae. Under this Cercopithecidae, we have two subfamilies, Cercopithecinae and Colobinae. The leaf-eating monkeys, which basically includes the langurs, often well-known langurs, are included in this particular group. The other superfamily in this, you may say, infraorder, or more accurately, in these days we have a different classification for this grouping of Catarrhinae, which is called as pervorder. All right. So under the perorder Catarrhinae, we have the superfamily Homonoidea. Now this Homonoidea, in this Homonoidea, we are not alone. We are clubbed here with the apes, which include the lesser apes and the greater apes. Lesser apes like gibbons and siamangs, all right, efficient brachiators, swinging movement and brachiation like no one else, and definitely human and our close relatives, Neanderthals, Homo erectus, all the fossil remains that we are aware of. All right. So now, if we compare humans with that of member of other orders or with that of members of Protheria or Metatheria, we are entirely different. So as we move ahead in this classification, we see that we are more close to the apes. But even amongst the ape, we have a lot of features which are entirely different. What are those features? Firstly, you see the foramen magnum is posteriorly placed. It is slightly posteriorly placed in the case of apes. So we have certain representation, clear diagram, so that you can easily understand things. So this is the case of ape. This is part of a ape skull, and the positioning of the foramen magnum can be seen directed towards more posterior end. All right. Here also it is the case of foramen magnum, but this is amongst the humans. This is the case amongst the humans. All right. Now you'll find the foramen magnum is placed more anterior amongst the modern day humans, whereas it was more posterior amongst the apes. Some of you who are not aware of the term foramen magnum, let me clear it for you all. Foramen basically means a gap, space, or a cavity, or a hole in general, basically a hole. Magnum means mega, big, large. So it is a large hole or a large opening through which the spinal cord passes. So it is more anteriorly directed in the case of humans, more posteriorly directed in the case of apes. So this is the first difference. All right. The second difference is the presence of supraorbital ridges. You see this portion where your eyebrows are located, just above the eye, this portion around the forehead, it is basically very marked and prominent among the apes and some of the fossil humans or the fossil hominins. All right. So this is called as the supraorbital ridges. It is often continuous, running from one end to another end. At times it is separated. All right. So this, you'll find that the supraorbital ridges, or what we also called as the brow ridges, are more outwardly directed, more prominent, more bulging, more developed and well marked among the apes, which is not the case within the humans. Why so? Because of the dietary choices of these animals, basically the apes. During the process of mastication, that is the chewing and the processing of the food, you need the certain reinforcement of the skeleton region, of the skulls basically in the upper body. And it is believed that these supraorbital ridges are providing that reinforcement. So this is the second difference that you need to understand between apes and men. All right. We might also see certain more differences within the same page, but probably we shall go one by one and take the differences aside. All right. Now, there is another big difference, in fact, two big difference which is depicted in this particular diagram. You are seeing the image of gorilla on the board. Gorilla is a member of Homonoidea and it is a greater ape. All right, it is a greater ape along with chimpanzee and orangutan. Now, if you see the skull of gorilla, this portion over the head is quite prominent. It is quite well marked and developed. It is quite protruding in nature. This particular region is called as the sagittal crest. This sagittal crest acts as a muscle attachment site. For which sort of muscles? For the jaw muscles. If you see the past human or even the apes of the present day, their dietary pattern, their dietary choices and the food they eat and process is entirely different from ours. They go through a rough process of mastication. The food they eat is rough. They are not able to cook that. They are not able to process that as we do because we have developed culture. So amongst the apes, this particular area of sagittal crest is quite developed so that it can provide muscle attachment site for the jaw muscles like temporalis and masseter. Now, our dietary habit and preferences choices are entirely different now. So in the course of evolution, this particular sagittal crest disappeared. All right. Even at the back of the head, you will find this area which is called as the nuchal crest. Nuchal crest. Nuchal crest is also a prominence. It is also a ridge-like area which is marked, which is well developed, which is protruding at the back of the head. It also acts as a muscle attachment site, mostly for the muscles of the neck. Why there is this site? Why the neck muscles need to be attached to this particular area? Because if you see the movement and locomotion of the apes, they are basically following the pronograde type of locomotion or quadrupedalism. They are walking on their forefeet. Now, when they are walking on their forefeet, their head is directed downwards. It is not placed like that of ours. Our head is well placed over the body, over the neck. All right. So there is no pressure which is acting upon it, and we are not trying to even prevent it from falling somewhere. But in the case of ape, when they are directed, when their neck is directed, where their skull, where their face is directed downwards, while moving, they need certain extra mechanism to basically hold and strengthen the portion of the head. So that is why this crest is provided. Now, some other differences which is easily seen in this particular image or the diagram. There is this space which is seen amongst the apes, and it is called as the diastema. Apes generally, due to their dietary choices, dietary preferences, have larger set of teeth. They have a larger set of teeth, and the canines are also too large. All right, you have 4 types of teeth: incisors, canine, premolar, and molar. The canine amongst the apes are quite large because of their dietary pattern and their dietary choices, what they eat, how they like to eat it. All right. Now, in order to accommodate space for these large canines, we have certain gaps in between. The gaps are present between incisors and canines, and this gap is called as diastema. And due to this gap, the canines are getting interlocked, so that they are not falling just over each other and providing a strain in the jaw region or in the neck region or in the facial region. So this diastema is seen among the apes, which is absent in the case of humans. Also, the large canines are seen, which are disproportionate compared to the rest of the teeth, which are present among the apes, not only gorillas, but chimpanzees and other apes also, but that is also absent amongst the human. Even the face, if you see the plan of the face is slightly protruding. It is prominent, and this type of feature is called as prognathism. All right, the bulging, outwardly directed, protruding type of face. So you see the face, the facial area. These are the brow ridges. In humans, the brow ridges are followed by a straight, undeviated, single, and non-prominent, non-protruding type of profile. Whereas in the case of apes, it is outwardly directed. It is prominent. All right. So they are prognathous, we are orthognathous. We do not have any protruding face which is bulging out of the plane. All right. So these are the other features that differentiate them from us. Now, even in this particular diagram, if you see the images provided here, this canine is getting erupted. And when the canine is erupted, these are large canine, and between the canine and incisor, you will find the diastema, which will accommodate these massive canines, which is seen among the apes. Here, chimpanzee is being referred instead of gorilla. Now, there is another difference in the facial region, in the dental region. All right, that is called as the simian shelf. So these are the large canine and all the set of teeth that is present there, and this star mark is basically showing what we call as the simian shelf. Shelf. What is shelf? You often keep your books and things which are to be stored in a shelf-like structure, and in some wardrobes and some bookshelves, etc. So shelf is nothing but an extra space. It is basically the enforcement. It is basically the thickening of the jaw. All right. Why this is being done? For the purpose of enforcement of jaw muscles. All right. Also to restrict the movement of the tongue. So this extra gap or space is also present among the apes, which is not seen amongst the human. And due to these features like diastema, Shemian shelf, and all the dental morphology that you have studied so far, you'll find the dental arcade of the apes is also getting U-shaped. All right, so this entire dental arcade, is getting U-shaped amongst the apes. If you compare it with the modern day humans, in humans we have this parabolic type of dental arcade. You must have seen that Colgate ad where they have marked the smile with a parabolic type of curve. That is due to the nature of the dental arcade which is present in the or seen in the humans. Now talking about the vertebral column, the spinal area. In humans, you have 4 spinal curves. All right. The cervical curve, the thoracic curve, the lumbar curve, and the sacral curve. So there are 4 curves, and these curves make our spine sigmoid or S-shaped. Due to this S-shaped spine, which is basically due to the curvature, we are able to maintain this erect posture. The transfer of the weight is also very proper, and we are able to balance our body quite properly. So this is the significance of the 4 spinal curves that we have. All right. But if you contrast it with the apes, they do not have these 4 caves. In fact, they have a single large C-shaped curve in their spinal region, which is something like this. All right, one long C-shaped curve, unlike ours, which is S-shaped curves. So that is why we are able to have an upright erect posture, orthograde type of locomotory pattern. We are able to transfer the weight properly during this particular bipedal locomotion, and we are also able to balance our body well while standing upright. So this is the significance of the 4 curves that you have seen here. All right. Now, I think yes, with this diagram we already have covered. The diagram basically is covering or highlighting the dental arcade or the dental structures amongst human, among Australopithecus, the extinct hominoid species, and the chimpanzees, which are included under the apes. So if you see, there is large canine and huge greater amount of diastema which is seen amongst the chimpanzees. Australopithecus, we have certain gap, but that is smaller as compared to the chimpanzees. In human, we do not see any diastema. The teeth are more or less regular. They are in a singular fashion. There is no divergence, and there is no diastema or larger canines which is seen. So that is also a very big difference, which is basically due to the dietary practices. All right. Now with this, we come to the end of the video, and now let me remind you that our batches for 2026 has already has started, and currently StudyIQ is offering extra discount on the occasion of this entire festive sale. All right. So from 12th till 15th midnight, till 15th April, we are having this festive sale, during which the prices, the fee of all the courses that is provided by StudyIQ is drastically reduced. So you can participate in any of the batches, any of the course that you are willing to join with these heavy discounts. If you are interested in taking Anthro as an optional, if you have made your mind, and if you are willing to target for 2026 with us, with our batches, we are already having our batches started. 4 to 5 lectures have already been done. On 15th of April, the batch is also closing. It is the closing date of the batch, and the sale is also ending. So if you want to join, do it before that. This starting fee is around 12,999. You can get this reduced fee by using the code USLive. USLive is a universal code on StudyIQ, and you can apply this code basically to get extra discount easily. All right. Now, this is the detail of our offerings. We have divided the entire lectures of Anthropology Optional in 2 variants. This is the gold variant, this is the platinum variant. The details and the features are clearly mentioned here in this chart. You can pause the video and compare it side by side. All right. In a summarized way, I'll tell you that the platinum course is providing you one-to-one mentorship. You will get a personal mentor. So at times, a lot of questions come up in your mind, and you are not able to clear them out, even with the help of the faculty, because you are slightly reluctant in asking questions which are not directly connected with the syllabus or with the subject that the teacher is teaching. So you can easily avoid or bypass this hesitation There are a lot of questions. At times you build this FOMO within you. You are anxious. You are not sure that whatever you are doing, it is right or wrong. Do you need to improve something? Do you need to change your schedule? What is the pattern of question that is going to be asked? How you have to be specially prepared for such type of question? All these type of doubts, which are very personal doubts, can be easily answered by the mentors. So you are getting a personal mentor, all right, whose number is provided to you. You can reach out to the mentor any time of the day or at a preferred time, whatever you mutually decide with the mentor. All right. Second is the daily answer writing session. We provide this daily answer writing. We'll be giving you one question each day, which is relevant as per the current trend of Anthropology Optional and which is from the topic that is being discussed in the class on that particular day. You'll be writing the answer and that answer will be getting evaluated by our team, by the evaluators. The third is the entire test series, not 2, 3, 4 papers. 12 papers are provided. You will be writing answer of each of them. The answer sheet will be getting evaluated. There will be remarks, which is always going to help you. What you have done wrong, what is correct, what to correct and what to continue. Every detail is provided in the evaluation. Third, I'll be personally discussing each and every question with you in the recorded format. All right, model answers itself provided in the batches. Next, it is the Gyan Bhandar, which is an online repository of a lot of e-content all clubbed together. So do not have to search them here and there and waste your time. So that is also present in platinum but absent in gold. So all these features that I have discussed till now, they all are present in platinum but they are absent in gold. Even the validity of platinum is 1 year greater as compared to the gold. In the platinum version, you are getting a 30 months validity, 2.5 years. Here in the gold, it is only 1.5 years. So there's a difference of 1 year. All right. On general days, the fee of gold is 15,000 and the platinum is 20,000. But during the sale period, the fee is 12,999 for the gold and 17,999 for the platinum. All right. Live classes are running together. They are simultaneous. Content is same. So all the top stuff is mostly same in both of the batches. Only these last 5 points are different, which makes a huge difference if you see, especially in terms of the gap in the fee structure. The gap is not that much. It is hardly 5,000 any day. But the things that are being provided are much valuable than that. But still, we are not making a compulsion upon you. We are giving you free choice to decide what is better for you. All right. And yes, that's it. If you face any problem or difficulty while enrolling, while selecting or choosing the optional, these are the IDs. I've already shared them in the beginning of the lecture. On Instagram, on email ID, you can directly reach out to me with your questions. I'll be replying to you whenever I get free time, whenever I open the portals. All right. Now, all the new students who are applying for any course of StudyIQ IAS, use this code of US Live to get maximum discount and my guidance. Some of you who are already enrolled in some of our batches, especially the old students, they can get extra discount. For that, you need to share your register mobile number and the course that you are willing to join on my IDs. You will be provided the extra discount code. All right. How to enroll? Just open the browser, whichever you are using, and go to the studyiq.com page, open the optional portal. All the options are arranged here. Open this Anthropology Optional portal, use the buy now mechanism. I'm not currently signed in. I have to sign in with my number. So I'll probably not be able to demonstrate that here, probably in this video. We'll try in the next video, but nothing much needs to be done. You just have to click on buy now button, select the variant, apply the code US Live, and get the maximum discount. All right. If you're an old student, do remember to get the extra discount code, which is personalized, which is not generalized. And for that, which you have to send me the message on my social media IDs. So hopefully this particular lecture will help you to understand this important unit of physical anthropology, from which questions are being asked twice in past 9 to 10 years. And probably in upcoming years also, we can see one question from this particular topic. All right. So goodbye. Take care. Have a very nice day. For any doubts, reach out to me on my IDs. Take care.
StudyIQ IAS, आपका सिलेक्शन हमारा मिशन।